Obsess over it every night. Obsess over the numbers of your debt. Obsess over your meal plan. Get really excited. Geek out about it. And let it become a new hobby. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in the first place if you're new. I'm Tiffany and I upload a new homemaking video every Sunday. Today I am going to be diving headfirst into the January goal pool. I am going to be sharing with you 5 ways to stick to your January goals so that you can become the person you want to be. Now, I have had a very successful 2019. I'm grateful for it. I did a lot of discipline building. I got from not being able to run a mile to being able to run 3 miles. I got out of consumer debt. I maintained my weight for the most part in a way that I'm happy with. So I feel like those are major accomplishments for me. I also started a YouTube channel and I've been uploading consistently, which I had no idea how difficult it was going to be, but I also knew I didn't know how difficult it was going to be when I started. So I was a little prepared, but not quite. It's been such a good thing for me though. It's been so much fun. Now, today I want to help you guys stick with your plans for the year. And I also guess I'm giving myself a little pep talk in the meantime. So I have 5 ways to stick to your January goals here. I meditated on these this morning and I got really excited to share them with you. So the first one I am going to share with you is replace old habits with new habits. So if you want to stop doing something, you need to put something in that time slot where you used to do it, or in that activity slot where you used to have it. Now, I'm going to give you 2 examples, and they're both ones that I am using this January. So this January, I am having a no alcohol month. So instead of having a cocktail on Friday and Saturday, I am going to be having hot tea or sparkling water with lime. So I have a habit replacement in place, and I will let you know how it goes, but I do know there needs to be something there because it can't just be empty. I'm too reachy for different things. So I did buy myself some fun hot teas, and I'm going to buy myself some flavored sparkling water and hope for the best. I'm going to do it because I decided. And the second one I am going to share with you is replacing screen time with a new hobby. I like the idea of not watching as much TV. It's so easy to get sucked into Netflix and Amazon Prime, and I don't cut them out completely. I love it. Nothing makes me happier than just vegging on the couch and watching something with my husband. But it's easy to get sucked in and letting that like take over your life and eat a lot of the time that you could be doing something productive with. So I suggest limiting your screen time and taking up a new hobby or building a new skill. Definitely recommend that because I did that last year with my sewing, and I want to continue to do that this year. So those are my 2 examples of habit replacement. It can be anything though. You can replace any old habit with a new habit. Just make sure you have something in place. That way you can stick to what you want. The second piece of advice I want to give you, and this really helped me the most with getting out of consumer debt this year, obsess. Obsess over your goal. And write down, like I wrote down my budget, I wrote down my timeline, I wrote down my plan for every dollar that was coming into my bank account just to get me out of debt as fast as possible. And I just sort of ran toward that goal all year, and it kept me on track. It annoyed people when I would talk about it. Like, you have to be careful when you're around friends and things like that because you'll burn them out. But in your private time, like, obsess over your goals and keep that in the front of your mind. Don't let it go to the back and put it on autopilot because you're going to slip. So obsess over it every night. Obsess over the numbers of your debt. Obsess over your meal plan. Get really excited. Geek out about it. And let it become a new hobby. Oh, that's a great hobby. Obsess over the things you want to accomplish. The third strategy I'm going to give you for sticking to your January goals is taking your relationship to yourself more seriously. I know it's easy to break promises to yourself, especially if you don't tell somebody else you made that promise, but it really destroys your self-respect when you do that. So I highly recommend building a more positive reputation with yourself. And that's going to mean following through with things when you don't feel like it. But you have to be able to show up for yourself because you're your number one advocate. And you have to be honest with yourself. So if you say you're going to work out in the morning and you show up and you don't work out, that's like a point against your character and your reputation with yourself. Even if no one knows about it, you'll gradually shred that relationship until you don't believe in yourself anymore. So if you want to believe in yourself, you have to follow through on your own promises. I got super intense there, but it's important. And that was a big game changer for my life. And I respect myself so much more now that I follow through. I'm not a perfect human. I mess up sometimes. I break my promises to myself sometimes, but way less than I used to. And if there's any way I can avoid it, I do, because I know when I go to bed at night, I don't want to have that stomach ache, knowing that I let myself down. Number 4 is going to be building on that. And that is to negotiate achievable goals with yourself. That's so important because we are not as good as we wish we were. So my first achievable goal when I wanted to get on a house cleaning schedule, the only thing I had to do as part of my house cleaning schedule was make my bed. That turned into making sure my sink is cleaned out before I go to sleep, or making sure I clean my bathroom once a week. That's one that I built up to, but I didn't get there immediately. I took time to build those habits, and you have to be humble enough to negotiate what the laziest part of yourself is willing to reach for. And you really have to be patient and kind with that lazy person that lives inside you, and you have to negotiate fairly. And that means your high-reaching person is going to have to humble a lot and reach out to your lazy person and help them build. I don't know if that makes sense. I speak in kind of spider webs sometimes, but it's a really important concept and it is a helpful thing for me to learn. So I wanted to pass that on to you. Now, I just have one more thing I want to share with you about keeping up with your goals that you set for yourself. And that is, as you move toward your goals, maybe your goal is to get in better shape. So as you lose weight, as you get toned up, you're going to start to feel amazing. And that's going to feel different than you felt before. And you need to be okay with that, because feeling amazing, this is going to sound so crazy, but sometimes that's uncomfortable because you're not used to that. And it's going to be tempting to slide back into that way you used to be. Or you're going to think, now that you got in this shape, you don't need to stay in this shape, and you're going to backslide. Don't let that happen. You have to hold on to the vision of the new person you are and the habits that new person has. So, all in all, I just hope that you find it in you to stick to what you want so that you can be proud of yourself and have the life you want, have the things you want, be the person you want to be for other people. I hope this video helped you out. I'm just going to recap real quick. The first thing you want to do is replace old habits with new habits. The second thing is obsess over your goals. Keep them in the front of your mind. Don't let them drift to the back and go on autopilot. Number 3 is take your relationship with yourself seriously. Definitely try to build some trust with yourself. Number 4, achievable goals, and that is going to help you a lot with number 3. In order to do number 3, you have to be willing to do number 4. So those go together. The 5th tip that I had for today is be ready to be different, and that's going to feel different. But you can do it, and I can do it, and we're going to do it. And if you need any encouragement, reach out, and I will cheer you on every step of the way. And I hope you have a fantastic January. I will meet you back here next Sunday for some more homemaking videos. And I hope you have a great day. Oh, like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content like this. See you later, guys. Bye.